Hi guys, it's Miss Driver here with our e-learning module on what are cells and what are cells made of. So if you looked at the beginning of your e-module, you'll find all the directions that you need to completely get through this e-module task. Guys, please make sure that you're following all the directions that are given to you, and that will make this process so much easier. You will have access to this slideshow once you watch the video to it, and it will be just a slideshow that you will need to make a copy of in order to complete your notes and such on it. So, what are cells made of? So, the structure of a cell and our learning target is I can identify and label the different parts of a plant and animal cell. So, on this slide, you will click the link. It's to a YouTube video about plants and animal cells. Once you have watched the video, you should add 3 facts about the plant and animal cells to the table below. You only have to do 3. And that could be about either the plant or animal cell or both. My suggestion here is that you do 1 of each and then 1 of your choice. That makes it simple and so much easier. So plants and animals are composed of cells, the basic unit of life. We've talked about this already, guys. We know that cells make up every living thing. Cells in plants and animals contain structures called organelles that carry out specific functions within the cell. Plant and animal cells do have some organelles in common, but there are a few that are only found in a plant cell, and that goes into the 2 that we've talked about, guys. I would definitely go back and look at any notes you have on the different organelles and compare those lists between the plant and animal cells because there are some differences. So, a cell membrane. All cells contain a cell membrane. That means a plant and an animal cell, if you look at a diagram, are going to have that cell membrane. The cell membrane is a thin layer that surrounds the cell membrane, or surrounds the cell. The membrane decides what good things can enter the cell and what bad things have to leave the cell. So, in short, the cell membrane controls what enters and exits the cell. That is I would jot that down if I were you. That is a simple and easy way to remember the cell membrane. The animal cell. Cell membrane of this animal cell is the reason why it does not have a certain shape. It is flexible and easily changed. That is also why your animal cells are normally circular in shape. They don't have any structure other than that cell membrane, and the cell membrane is ever changing, so it can be any type of round shape. Cytoplasm. All cells also contain cytoplasm. You're going to find cytoplasm in both diagrams of a plant and animal cell. I will go back and look at my notes over those. Cytoplasm is a gel-like material that is inside of the cell. The organelles inside the cell float around in the cytoplasm. So, cytoplasm is that organelle that holds everything in place. Anything that moves or floats is probably laying in a layer of cytoplasm. Cell wall. Only plant cells have straight, rigid cell walls. So if you were looking at a side-by-side of a plant and animal cell, you will only see a cell wall in the plant cell. The cell wall supports and protects the plants. This is also what gives the plant cell a box shape. So, now we know what 2 shapes the animal and plant cell are. So, when you get to your activity, I don't want to see any plant cells circular and any animal cells square-like, because a plant cell has a cell wall which gives this its shape and supports it. So, here we have a plant cell. A plant cell has a cell wall surrounding it to help keep its structure and to protect the inside of the cell. So this one is square-ish shape, but it also could be a little bit confusing because the top is kind of round. But in that case, you would definitely look for the organelles inside of the cell. If you see a cell wall, then you know you have a plant cell. Chloroplast. Animals have to eat their food because animal cells do not have parts in their cells that make food. However, plant cells make their own food. Most plant cells also have organelles called chloroplasts that carry out photosynthesis, a process in which energy from sunlight is used to make food. Chlorophyll that is found in chloroplasts gives a plant the green color. This is that other organelle that a plant cell has, but an animal cell does not. So, you have two things you can look for. If they gave you an example of two cells and they wanted you to determine which one was a plant, if that cell has a chloroplast or cell wall, you can automatically know that it is a plant cell. This video is just a short little fun clip of the plant cell song. It's just in there for your convenience. It may help you remember some of the organelles that make up the plant cell. The nucleus. Many cells contain an organelle called the nucleus. The nucleus is the control center of the cell. I cannot stress that enough. That is the most important thing you should probably remember about both of these cells. The nucleus is the control center. It tells the cell and the organelles in it what to do. The nucleus also contains a cell's DNA. This is the genetic material that make up a living organism. Not all cells have a nucleus. There are going to be some cells you see, not plant or animal because they both have a nucleus, but some cells do not have a nucleus. And that's when we get into talking about bacteria and single cell organisms. Like plant animal cells, bacterial cells have cytoplasm and a cell membrane. However, bacterial cells differ from most plant and animals because they do not have a nucleus, as I just previously stated. Red blood cells found in animal cells also do not have a nucleus. And these single cell organisms, I'm just piggybacking off myself at this point. Bacteria do not have a nucleus. Some unicellular organisms that we'll get it more into when we talk about microorganisms are paramecium, amoebas, bacteria, and yeast. Paramecium, amoebas, and yeast do have a nucleus, while bacteria do not have a nucleus. So, let's review some. On the next slide, once you make your copy of this slideshow, you're going to tell me 5 things that we have learned throughout this presentation, and you're going to add them to this slide. Guys, just click in the box and get you some bullet points or whatever, and jot down 5 things that you have learned. That could be about the plant animal cell, that could be about cells that don't have nucleuses, that could be about what organelles a plant cell has that an animal cell doesn't, and anything like that. Whatever you think you've learned, I want you to jot it down here. And I will be going over these when I grade them. So, plant cells contain a nucleus, cytoplasm, chloroplast, a cell membrane, and also a cell wall. Animal cells contain a nucleus, cytoplasm, and a cell membrane. What 2 things do they not have that a plant cell does? So that's that question you're going to keep on seeing in this unit. What 2 organelles does a plant cell have that an animal cell does not? And that's just really a think about it question. You could add your answer underneath in the text box of your presentation. I won't take off points if you don't. So, and then this is a video of the cells wrap. I am going to, once we're back in class, I'm going to play this every day. It is very catchy. It is a good way to remember the organelles. So, next slide are going to be several pictures. And you're going to have to determine if you can sort them. So when you get to this slide, you're going to go back to this slide and tell me why you know that there are plant cells. I can name a couple just looking at these pictures. So you need to think about the components of a plant cell and what makes them up in order to be able to tell the difference. And same with these. Animal cells are different from plant cells in many ways, and you're going to copy that answer down on the look at the pictures you are given so you can sort them. And last thing, guys, make sure you're following directions. Each one, including your activity, has a list of directions and a list of any links that you may need. The majority of the links are going to need you to make a copy of them, so be sure to do that before you start working. I would hate for you to go and do that all on the hard copy of the document, because we're going to have to delete it and it'll just be a mess. So if y'all have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'll be available this afternoon, actually, to answer any questions.